If you have 30 students and they're all in little screens all the time, static, that's what you're looking at. What I'm getting at is that we want our students to be able to express themselves. I do. I need my students to be able to express themselves. And a lot of what I want to be doing early in my curriculum and in my community building, because that's what I do a lot at the beginning. That's I gotta have it. And I think I gotta have it even more so in this venue, because right now I'm doing a lot of talking. I have that oh God, I'm monologuing feeling. There's no bounce back. You guys are muted. It's like dead. But the more you give your students the tools to be able to express themselves, and different ways to be able to express themselves, and different ways to think about this thing, and different ways to use this thing, then suddenly we have dynamicism built into the classes.
I wanted to add on to that. So just a quick background. So I'm finishing up my MFA in acting at DePaul, and Jesse is in my cohort. And we, when the pandemic hit, we moved online for all of our classes, for all of our acting classes. And throughout the process, I, speaking for myself, learned how very much it's possible to have a connection through this screen and to share energy and transfer energy and to have genuinely a deep connection through the screen and do work. And also over the summer, the DePaul's summer high school program is how I met Scott, and I was assisting him, and just watching the kids work, like it's completely doable and possible. And they had so much fun and they learned so much. I'm going to talk about some of the Zoom settings that we're going to use. I'm also going to highlight, I know many educators aren't able to use Zoom in the classroom, and it sounds like you'll be using Google Meet. So I've been researching and playing around with Google Meet and seeing the similarities. And I'm just going to cover what the differences and the similarities between Zoom and Google Meet. But for this class, let me check my notes. Okay. So starting off, there's a quick, if you don't already know, there's a really cool option in Zoom. If you're muted and you want to unmute yourself really quickly without clicking on the mouse, you can just hold down the space bar and it will unmute for as long as you want to talk. So
nice.
There we go. Yep, so that's an option that we'll use. The next is I'm going to share my screen. And we are going to, if you all can go into your video settings, so at the bottom left-hand corner, there'll be this stop video portion. Click on the arrow that's pointing down. We're gonna go into video settings and then make sure that the hide non-video participants option is checked. And that's it for Zoom. But as far as comparisons, I'm gonna stop this. So I've discovered that Google is really trying to catch up to Zoom and make sure that they have all of the features that everyone is used to, are used to. So I discovered that they've added the reactions option. They've added what else? They've added, a room can hold 2 to 250 people in Google Meet. It also has the smart mute option. I don't know if you can if it's for it with the space bar, but it has that option to
it's an add-on, an extension.
Take yourself on.
Yeah, it is an extension for the space bar thing. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. And with those extensions, some of those, they don't come with the preloaded Google Meet. You'll have to add them as an add-on. And some of those, they'll only work if you're using Google Chrome. So that's an important note to have if you need to use the browser Google Chrome in order to have everything running smoothly. And there's also a captions feature in Google Meet, which basically it'll transcribe all of the dialogue in the conversation, and it'll save it at the end, and you can go back and read through everything that was said through the meeting. And it looks like they're adding breakout rooms in the future. Scott, did you say September?
There is an update. Google has an update coming in September, and the word on the street is that there will be breakout rooms in that, and there's already a workaround. Right now, there's an extension that would give you breakout rooms now. I'll find it and throw it in the chat at some point this evening.
Cool. All right, I'm good to go.
This summer, there was a final performance, and they were all like cheering each other on in the chat, and they were changing their names, what's on their little screens, to like there was this student Bear doing his monologue, and one girl changed her name to Bear's #1 fan and was commenting as Bear's #1 fan. In the chat, you're just seeing that. You don't know who it's coming from, but it's she found a way to express herself in a different way, and it was really cool. And I don't know, I want to create opportunities like that for expression. You're going to go into a room with one other person. This is called my lucky number. Everybody think right now, what's your lucky number? What's your favorite number for some reason? Take 30 seconds. What's the story? Why is that your lucky number? It might be really simple, but there might be a story to it. I don't know. What makes that number yours? Okay, you're going to tell that story to the other person. You're going to have 2 minutes for both of you to tell your story. So you don't have long. You just got to kind of crystallize it, tell the story, listen to the other story, and you need to be able to talk about the other person's story too. So that's part of what's going on here. You're going to go over there. You'll listen to each other's stories. You can't say what the number is when you tell the story. Okay? And then when we come back, I wonder if your partner is going to be able to guess what the number is. I mean, they may not be able to, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I wonder if they can. Bye. You're back. Hello, hello. All right, everybody else coming back, TJ?
They're coming. I feel like I'm overcomplicating the number for Kara.
It's all good.
Ugh.
It's the simplest number.
Hey, Larry.
I'm very analytical though, so
Yeah,
I'll try to read between the
everything.
lines. I'm like simplest, like. Yeah.
I feel like I have to take back my walk the line claim of being good at math because now I'm stuck in the puzzle.
I never claim it.
So this is
I used to score very highly.
This is requiring math to think about this
Well,
way?
my lovely partner gave me an excellent puzzle to potentially find the answer.
Yeah.
And I love puzzles, and I feel very personally attacked right now.
He would do that.
By this number. Not by you, Larry. By the
Okay.
number.
Okay, this is awesome. Hey, hi, welcome back. So that seems like it went interestingly. Who first of all, who feels like you could guess your partner's number?
Maybe.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I think Ann and I we made up our own rules. We
jumped ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
wonderful. Awesome, great. I love that. And I can't wait to hear how you did that. Because everything that I'm doing here tonight, guys, it's not it. This is the
Oh, okay.
springboard. This is the springboard. What are you going to do with this stuff in your
Did I
classes?
do
In your
it wrong?
No, there's no wrong. It's awesome. So
I know.
I'm actually curious to hear what it turned into. And I would want to empower my students when they came back with, you did? Okay, you're more advanced. Awesome. Wonderful. Of course you are.
Well, and that's a big deal too, because the kid, they're always worried about whether they're right or wrong. That's like, especially like the first time in the classroom, like if you're setting up these expectations, did I do it right?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Kara, do you want to try to throw your guess out there and add not just a guess, but why do you think that's right?
Okay, so TJ's favorite number is his birth month and birth date combined. And he's a Pisces who's born in March on Dr. Seuss's birthday. So I don't know the exact date of Dr. Seuss's birthday, so I can only sort of guess. But I want to say 34 or 30, 32, 30, 32. Okay, yeah.
Awesome. It's 32. Well done. That's great.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. Larry, did you want to share why you think you know what it is and what you think it is?
Well, yeah. Jessie told me that she is really fond of symmetry. And so I assumed that this number is symmetric. That is, there's maybe 2 digits and they're the same digit, so it looks the same. So, and then she started talking about how drawn she is to stars, and I assumed that meant star shapes, which have typically 5 points. So the number 55 popped into my head. And I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what popped into my head.
Jesse?
It
was 55? Boom!
Yeah.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your favorite speed limit too?
Cool.
It actually was the first speed limit I ever got really excited to drive.
Jesse, you want to talk about the riddle?
Oh, yeah. So I was saying before everyone joined, I feel like I have to take back being good at math. Because Larry loves his number because of its kind of puzzle-like math qualities. We started to talk about a complicated way of trying to figure it out, which includes if you add the 2 digits of itself together. I do know that it's a date in August because he got married on that date, so it has to be below 31. And then if you add the 2 digits together, I believe you get what it is cubed potentially, or that can be cubed. We were running out of time, so I feel like I wasn't tracking out of panic, and also being the student who wants to do it perfectly. And I'm an Enneagram 1. I do believe that you also said it can be a power of itself.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea what
but
that
I love
means.
this love of the complexity. Like he was talking about how magical this number is.
Oh, that's great. Larry, would you like to talk about it? Does anybody have a guess based on what Jesse just explained? Does anybody who knows what any of that means? Is it pi? I mean, that's a number I've heard of. Larry, go ahead, Larry. What is it? What's up?
Okay, so the number's 27, and the reason why I love 27 is it's 3 cubed, 3 to the 3rd power. But also, if you add 2 and 7, you get 9, which is 3 squared. So there's a nice quality to it. And it's been my favorite number since I was in high school, which is a very long time ago. So, and Nancy and I did get married on the 27th. So.
We're now going to move on to a little bit of a challenge. We are going to count as high as we can. If more than one person speaks at the same time, we start over. 1,
2,
3.
Start over.
One.
Oh,
1,
2,
3,
4.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7.
8,
9.
9,
uh,
1.
Cool. I'm going to stop us. That was great. Awesome. Actually, Jesse and I both said 9, but it didn't seem to me it wasn't at the same time. I don't know. But we got that high, and that was pretty cool. We got that high one time. If we practice, if we come back to this a couple of days, we get good at it, right? And then we start to feel some sense of accomplishment. Part of the challenge is the lag or connectivity, those sorts of things, but we're kind of getting to know each other in this way. And we're also learning what we need to do to make it clear that you might be able to talk. We're starting to express ourselves automatically. There were little bits of leaning in. There was you doing the maneuvering of listening and being assertive, and that dance that happens in every group as you're figuring out how to collaborate. We were focused for a minute. And focus is a lot of what we want to be able to do in a classroom. If we can, now we're buying into a group, now we're doing this thing. Now, I would want us to get really good at this. Like maybe, I don't know. I didn't do it a lot in a 3-week program at DePaul, the summer program with high school students. The first day, it got to 6, 7. We were experimenting. There was lag. It was all this, and there were 12 students and me and a teaching assistant. And they got to like 6 or 7. And we did it again on the last day, not practicing a lot. We didn't come back to it. We were busy. We were doing a lot. Came back to it the last day and they got to like 63. It was ridiculous. It can happen. You can have that shared thing. Let's do it again. We're going to count by 3s. 3.
6,
9,
9,
Start again. 3.
6,
9,
12.
12,
3,
6.
6,
It's okay. It's okay. We're not good at it yet. We haven't gotten the training. Don't worry about it. It's not about how high we get right now. The idea, suddenly we're doing something else, but it's the same thing. Our community building just became curriculum oriented. Let's do it by 6.
6.
12,
18,
24,
30,
36,
42.
48,
54,
60,
66.
72,
78.
84.
84.
Okay, dude, are you telling me that having a task to go along with it might make us even better? And another cool thing about this being a group exercise is that nobody's being asked to answer a question they don't know. Somebody that might be lost is in a group there following along. You get a picture of who is advanced, who's not, who gets it without doing a fist to 5, without doing, I should explain what that is. Larry, what's fist to 5? Can you explain fist to 5 real quick?
Yeah, if you want to get a survey of where people are in terms of their understanding something or their opinion about something, you can say Vista 5, where, for instance, how well did you understand the homework? 5 means I can teach it to anybody. Just means I didn't do the homework. 3 means I got it, but I'm, not very well. And you can do that about anything. And you get everybody in the room to do Fist of 5, and as you're scanning what's going on in the room, you get a broad sense of what's going on.
Yeah, you could do it with their heads down or eyes closed, so they're not seeing that. Or you can do it with everybody. Depends on where your group is as far as being able to admit things.
And probably do private messages too, sending the number in a private message to the instructor.
So we're thinking about numbers. We just counted. We just counted with different stuff. I want to do another counting game called All of Me. All of Me. We're going to see if we can all stand up and walk back far enough that our entire bodies are in the picture. I have a laptop. I can do that a little bit. And if you can't, if your whole body isn't in it, do the best you can. Like think about, I'm going to move my laptop back even, but I can make an adjustment. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to see if I can get, if I'm doing a performance class, I definitely might be doing some stuff where people might be standing up. Very nice, very nice. We are all standing. Our head should be hitting the top of the screen if possible. And if not, it's okay. If there's a gap, no worries. Shooting for the head to be touching the top of the screen. And if possible, feet at the bottom. And if you don't fit, that's cool. You might not be able to have the full option of your body in the screen. But if we are full right here, if my feet are on the bottom, if this is all of me, I'm at full. Now I want to keep my head in the screen, but I want to have a half of me. Can we move to where that is, where half of you is in it, but your head is being seen? And how far back you need to be to have just above waist high, belly button high is maybe half for a lot of people, that's cool. Yeah, great. And now let's go to a fourth of you. Awesome. And now let's go to what I would call, we were at full, we were at half, we're at chest high, we're at 1/4. Let's do empty. Step out of the frame, whatever direction, duck, whatever, empty. Quarter. Hey, right here is where I would want people to be if we were going to start doing some work together, we were going to start collaborating, we were going to have a genuine learning experience where we're focused, we're seeing each other. I can see all of you. So we have a quarter. I could say quarter, and we're here, we're in that place. But we've also just explored the depth of our screens. We've seen ourselves in a different way. We're making this thing three-dimensional. We're thinking of space. And we have a game that we can play. I can say empty, and they can jump out of the screen. And then we can go to a quarter. I can go to a half, and we're there. I can go to full, half, quarter, empty, Superman. I don't know. You could do all kinds of things. And the students are going to be doing it and running around and thinking about space in a different way. And I think it's important to think about space. I think it's important in a collaboration and in a community to know what it means to give space and to take up space. this is the game that my son and I made today. It's called Screen Ball. He named it that. We didn't know whether to call it Cam Ball or Screen Ball or Zoom Ball or what. But anyway, here's the idea. Everybody go to get a piece of paper. You just need to find a piece of paper in your house if you can. Go get a piece of paper that you don't care about, that you don't need later, that I would say to my students that your parents don't need later. Wad it up. Colors are fun. Color, you know, like I made a red one. It's cool. My son did a design, like he wadded a piece of paper up and then he drew on another one and made an arrow for it. I don't know, you know, you can make this for any age. And this isn't for the classroom. I think this is going to be a hit. I think that like this is going to be the new like EA Sports tournaments. Like there's going to be a Super Bowl for Screen Ball. Oh, man. Oh, somebody needs to help me get a patent. So I want to hit this ball, or if I'm young, or if I'm starting out, I can throw the ball. And my goal is for the ball to take up all of my screen. I want to hit it right in the middle of the camera. That's it. So if I spotlight myself, and you all are seeing my face, it's my turn. And at the beginning, I'm going to throw it. I would say I did not take up all of the camera that time. That was not a hit. So I do it again. You know, I'm going to judge for myself. I'm going to get your opinions. TJ says, nope, not a hit. Cool, great. I'm not worried about it. But I now have a game. And I have something that I bet I can get better at. And something that I just learned just now. I was looking at the camera trying to hit. I wonder if it'll help me to look at the screen while I'm throwing. And then I'm aiming in a different way. I'm using my left, right brain in different ways and doing stuff. But I'm over here trying to figure out how to do it better. It's a game. It's like a sport. It's cool. Does anybody want to try it?
I'll try it.
Awesome. So if you don't have table in front of you, or you could throw it. You can just throw it, and I'll show you the progression in a minute. Sorry about that. I'm going to spotlight you first. Go for it. Nice. I would say it was covered. I don't know. Try it again. Cool. Miss. Awesome. Cool. Okay, we'll stop right there. It is not about hitting or missing. And we can take turns doing it. And I can put you in groups where you do it. But right now, I think that you each, and this is a good thing to teach you anyway, you each can spotlight your own video and do this. It doesn't matter if you hit or miss. Spotlight your own video so that you see your own face, your own camera, and throw it from quarter height from the camera, and throw it and try to hit the camera and fill the screen 10 times. Keep track of how many times you hit and how many times you miss, and then come back and we'll talk about that. So spotlight your own video.
The setting would be, it'll be called pin video. It'll be at the top right-hand corner of the box that you're in, the 3 dots. Click on that and then click on spotlight video or pin video. I don't know if you'll have spotlight if you're not a host.
All right, we're all complete. Cool. Again, I'm going to stress that results don't really matter, but does anybody feel kind of proud, like you want to announce what your average was? Jesse? Oh yeah? Bring it.
This brought out my skee ball side. I got a regular like every other, like few in a row. That felt real good.
Okay, cool. So would you say 5 out of 10?
Oh yeah. I mean, I definitely threw it for way more than 10, but
But
for the first 10, yeah.
We'll call it 5 out of 10. Excellent.
I definitely just didn't stop till you said something. It was fun.
All right. Anybody else want to share what they averaged? It could be abysmal too. It doesn't matter. Like if you're average, you don't have to be bragging. You could be like, I am so bad at this. I got 1 out of 10.
I did not make 5 out of 10. I don't think. More
Okay,
like
that's
3.
cool.
Yeah,
3.
I think I got 3 too.
Awesome. Cool. Can I get one more average that was different than those two? Does anybody else feel like they could share one more?
I'll go.
Okay, what was
I
it?
was 70%.
No way.
7 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ and Ann. Chris, what was your average again? 3? Okay, Chris and Larry, and Jesse and Kara. Let's just do it that way. You're going to take Jesse's score, Jesse and Kara, and Ann and TJ, you're going to take TJ's score, and Chris and Larry, you're going to take the 30% that both of you got, or the 3 out of 10 that you both got, sorry. And in the chat, you can privately chat to each other. And let's see if you guys can talk to each other just a little bit about what you think your thing could be done. How many fractions can you make of that average? What is it as a percent? And if you don't know, it's okay. But you're going to work together in the chat. It's private. I'm not seeing anything. You two are just going to collaborate.
Well, we had several fractions, 3 out of 10, 6 out of 20. We had 30%, we had 0.3.
Does anybody else want to talk about what you found, or do you want to talk about the collaboration? How did you come to agree? Did somebody like, she knew what she was doing, so I let her do that thing, or was there any conflict? No, I think you're wrong. Was there any of that? Cool.
I think
Yeah.
Kara stopped me from just going, because I was like 1 over 2, 2 over 4, 3 over 6, 4 over. I was like, I could have just gone forever. And she was like, what about half? I was like, also accurate.
We are going to start by going into a breakout room with one other person. The 6 of you will. And you are going to play rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot is rock. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. That's our rhythm. It's on the 4th, is what you do. You go to this room. You're going to play a 2 out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. If you win twice, cool. You are the winner of that. You'll come back and report. You only got like a minute in each round. This is natural selection. Who won your Farkle match or your rock, paper, scissors? Who are winners? And if you are not the winner of your 2 out of 3, for this exercise, for a moment here, turn off your videos. Your life cycle is complete. I'm afraid you never got enough resources to move on from an egg to make it past the egg stage. We're all eggs. We played rock, paper, scissors, and now you're not there anymore. Okay, now I guess I have to play. I'm lucky because no. Can we get Ann back in? Ann, turn your video on. Some sort of divine something got you past the egg stage. Well done. You four are now going to go to your own two, and we'll give you 2 minutes this time. 2 out of 3 real quick and come back. So who won? What happened? And we'll turn our videos back off if we've already, if our life cycles have ended. Let's turn our videos off again. Okay. And if you won, if you did not win, turn your cameras off. You did not make it past the chick thing. Okay, you two in front of us right now. Rock, paper, scissors. 2 out of 3. Hit it.
All right.
All right.
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. All right. Rock, paper,
scissors, shoot. Congrats.
Thank you so much. It was well thought.
It was a tough war.
Those who were left, you survived into adulthood and you found a mate and passed on your genetic material. Congratulations, you have won the game of natural selection. The final winner. Now, this is how many rounds you can do with this number of people. You can probably, with, you know, a big public school classroom, have more rounds or go deeper into or play variations of this, but it doesn't have to be natural selection of a life cycle. It could be evolution. You could send them to a room to research the evolution of something or the life cycle of something and come back with some descriptions of that. And when they're playing rock, paper, scissors, they have to be that part of the life cycle. We are eggs. I don't know, if they're kids, that's what I would do in the room. Can I get to, let's make the actors do this real quick. Jesse and TJ, would you mind doing this thing? Cool. We're all going to turn our videos off, so it's just going to be the two of you up. And I'll explain as we go, but right now your lines are 1, 2, and 3. One of you will say 1, the other will say 2, the other will say 3, the other will say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back and forth. Okay?
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1,
2,
3,
1.
Thank
2,
you. Hang on a
3.
second. Cool.
1.
Good. Now, Jesse, let's say you're number 1 in this time to start. And instead of the number 1, would you do like just a sound? And then TJ will say 2, then you'll say 3, and then TJ has to do that same sound. Whenever you're ready.
Merp.
2,
3,
merp,
2,
3,
merp,
2,
3,
merp,
2,
3,
merp.
2.
Awesome.
3.
You're going to start again.
Merp.
Keep that. You keep that merp for number 1, and TJ, give it a different sound for number 2.
Merp.
Blah.
3,
Merp,
bleh.
3,
Merp.
blah.
3,
Merp,
bleh.
3,
Merp.
blah.
Oh,
3.
you guys are very good at this.
Merp.
You are so good at this. Thank you. We're going to do it again, and Jesse, you get to give a different sound for 3 even. Okay, keep the burp and keep the blah.
Merp.
Blah.
Ah.
Merp.
Bleh.
Oh!
Merp.
Blah.
Ah.
Merp.
Bleh.
Oh!
Merp.
Blah.
Ah.
Awesome.
Merp.
Awesome. Very good. Let's all pop our videos back on. Thank you. Very good. Very good. Now, these are seasoned professional MFA actors, and there's that looked good. That looked really good. And they're in a cohort together. They're studying. They're doing this thing. It's not going to look that good in every classroom and in every discipline, but it's an interesting thing to think about. And it doesn't have to be sounds. In a physical room, I'm going to do a sound and a gesture. Blah, 2, 3, blah, 2, 3, blah. And if you can start to get a rhythm and that sort of thing, and there's a whole game you can play with it. What if two of you that said that you sing well, I know, Kara, you sing well. And Larry, you have the voice of an angel. Would the two of you be willing to try this? Just doing the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in your own breakout room and replace them with notes. So you come back doing 3 notes in a row in a flow. And you'll have 3 minutes to get over there, make it happen, practice a little bit. It's not going to be great. Don't worry about it. Bring it back. And Jesse and TJ, keep exploring. Go in there and I don't know, do your weird actory stuff and make some strange connections. And Chris and Ann, what would you want to do instead of singing? Anything. It can be those higher numbers. You could do your own. What if it's by sixes? 6, 12, 18, 6, 12, 18, 6. I don't know. Maybe you expand it to not just 3. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's up to 7 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just has to be an odd number so that you are different each time. So try it with a different thing, with an extension to it. See what you figure out. We'll give you 4 minutes. Let's give everybody 4 minutes, TJ. And if you feel good about it, come on back earlier. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. Who wants to share what they made?
That's it.
You just had to get it out.
Yep, just had to get it out.
Awesome. That's really cool. And there was something going on, like on my audio, like I didn't hear TJ's as well, but maybe it's like this mic instead of the computer mic or something, but it was, you could start to make things together. That's cool. That's really cool. And it doesn't have to be in pairs. It can be in any number. There.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay, fire away.
Done.
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 Yeah. Give some snaps for that. Beautiful voices. Thank you. Thank you. Chris and Ann, you got something cool going on? Will you do it for us?
Are we doing 2s? 2,
4,
6,
8,
10,
2,
4,
6,
8,
10,
2,
4,
6,
8,
10,
2,
Nice.
4.
Very nice. We'll come back in. Good job. Good job. Okay. So you did it by 2s. You did it by multiples of 2. You could do it by multiples of anything, and you could just find something interesting. It can have any number of numbers, as long as the number of numbers is odd. The number you start with, it doesn't have to be multiples of an odd number, and so it would be changing for each of us each time. And then you could start replacing those numbers with sounds or with song. Some ways into math is music, and some ways into music is math, and we're just throwing out ideas to make this platform accessible.
Bye.